Do you remember when Polish charity workers and Indian nurses crashed the economy, avoided tax on an industrial scale, failed to build the housing that we need, and inflicted devastating cuts on our public services? No, I don't remember that, and I don't think you do either, because it didn't happen. Migrants, people from all over the world who contribute to this country, enrich our society, without whom a lot of our services would collapse, are scapegoated for all the problems caused by those at the top. So we're here on a day organised by One Day Without Us, where migrants are coming together to make their voices heard, go and give MPs a bit of a telling off, well, to tell them what they feel. And this is about driving back the scapegoating and showing the contribution that people from all over the world make to this country. Check out this t-shirt, look at it!
Yeah, look at it!
Pretty snazzy. So it says, this is what a European Brit looks like. That's you! It says here, I'm not a bargaining chip. What's that all about?
Well, it's about the fact that at the moment the British Parliament is using European citizens to kind of bargain in terms of Brexit. And I'm not really appreciating that. Well, all of us are not appreciating that. We are human beings. And I've been living here for 10 years. And it would be great if my presence here would be recognised as a human being.
But to be fair, you've got to apologise, haven't you? Because a few years ago, you and these people here plunged the country into economic disaster. You failed to build the housing we need. That was you as well.
Indeed, it was me.
You cut public services. Do you remember that?
I've used all of the NHS money, all of 350 million. It was me.
We're going to link arms with us as a sign of our connectedness. Together we are stronger.
One Day Without Us. Where did it come from?
The original idea came from a Facebook post that I did back in October, shortly after the Tory party conference. Right at that time in October, people were very conscious of the overlap, the correlation between the rise in street-level racism and xenophobia and the kind of normalisation that seemed to be taking place. The fact you had people on the streets thinking that they had a right to tell people to go home and insult them and so on. And then you had politicians coming out with the most nakedly xenophobic platform that I've ever seen in British politics, actually, at a single conference.
How do you feel about the way migrants are spoken about in the media, like politicians? How does it make you feel as a migrant?
So at the grassroots level, I feel that I'm appreciated. I think that my contribution is also appreciated. I feel a valued member of the local community, if you like. However, I think at the national level, unfortunately, mainly through the kind of media and national newspapers, the picture is completely different. I'm constantly seen as a problem. I feel a little bit like a second-class citizen at the moment, and I really, really hope that eventually we'll find a way to have a proper, balanced and mature debate about migration, EU citizens, and and the way forward, if you like.
What is this all about? What are we doing here?
We are here to unite for all the migrants, as we are migrants that, we are a big contributor to the economy of the United Kingdom. We are asking, that for the protection, they treat us as like low class, or what do you call it, as a threat.
Are migrants in this country blamed for problems caused by powerful people?
We are always the scapegoat. Filipinos, other migrants, as a scapegoat, that we are always blamed for the economy. That we are here and they are asking only for benefits, things like that. So, but the thing is, we are a big contributor, as I'm saying.
Migrants are contributors to our economy. They pay their taxes, they help prop up our services, they're at the centre of so many of our communities. But that is an argument that facts and statistics, it's not really how we're going to win people over. This is about telling stories. These are the sorts of stories that I think are powerful and persuasive.
On a personal level, emotionally, it feels quite awful. You come to a country, I have all my friends here, my family, who are my friends and everything, and all of a sudden people are like, oh, you're the baddie, you're not doing the right thing, and it's very unfair, and you should leave because you're taking the country down. I'm European, but I'm also Brit. I've lived here for a very long time. I feel like I belong here, and I contribute to the society, in fact.
What do you think the strategy is to convince people? How do we win them over? Because often it seems to me, people like me have done it badly, because it's often about facts, statistics. But this is an emotional thing, isn't it? That's what Farage and the lot are doing. So how do we make that emotional case, do you think?
Everyone should get to know a migrant, for one. and that you will discover that all of us have the same aspirations. We share the same dreams. We want decent jobs, we want to look after our families, we want peaceful communities, and we share that. It's not just for British people or migrants or anybody else. All of us share that, and if we get together and talk about what we share in terms of dreams, then we'll go forward.
For a long time, the debate about immigration, if it can be called that, has excluded the voices of migrants. It's often been about migrants, not with migrants. Is this the beginning now of a collective voice for migrants in Britain, do you think?
Britain is a country that was basically shaped by migration through the centuries. So it's always been part of it, and I think it's a very important part of it. And having the migrants speak up is very important. And what we've seen now is so many organisations and people from all over the world and from so many different beliefs and views come together behind one issue. So I think it could be the start of something really positive and good.
I think those sorts of stories are really important because we're not going to win this debate with facts and statistics. This is an emotional argument. You know, in anti-immigration backlash, the scapegoating of migrants, that case has been made on an emotional level. So hearing firsthand the stories of migrants, of people from all over the world, and the contribution they make every single day, and how they feel emotionally, that's how we're going to change this. Now, we've got this lobby of parliaments all over the country. There are events, tea parties, people, you know, doing poetry readings, bringing communities together. And that's what this is all about. Not divide and rule, not blaming your neighbour for problems caused by the people at the top of society. And this is an important moment because migrants have been missing from the debate. And it's about time we start listening to them a bit more. Whenever we have videos about immigration, the comments are so level-headed and reasonable, but it'd be great to hear your thoughts on all sides about the scapegoating of migrants, the contribution migrants make, and then the rest of you to have a big pop at me about this issue. But let's hear your thoughts. As ever, we've got loads of videos to come. Look up here at videos we've got up, which Adam is telling me to point out. As ever, subscribe. I'll see you next time.